Yup.
Hey guys, I'm Chris. This is Dave, and this is MMA for you.
For you?
For you,
For you?
yeah.
Okay.
Um, but we're gonna be doing our predictions for UFC 193, Rousey versus Holm, which happens on November 14th. Before we get into that, though, we'd like to plug www.irvinebookkeeping.com.
About bookkeeping.
Irvine Bookkeeping is gonna help with the books. If you need to organize, see how your finances are doing, go to irvinebookkeeping.com.
Almost end of the year. Tax season is coming next year. Get your book done right.
Exactly. So, what do you think of this card, Dave?
Ronda Rousey.
What about Ronda Rousey?
She's awesome. She's everywhere. There's
I know.
so much news about her.
You know that she's actually teaching Vin Diesel's daughter self-defense.
That's so cool.
Yep,
There's
exactly.
so much article about her. I read a very sexy article about her too.
You sure did, Dave.
Okay.
Let's just start this off, man. In the main event, Ronda Rousey fights the preacher's daughter, Holly Holm. Holly Holm, undefeated, 9-0
Okay,
record.
Ronda Rousey next. I mean,
Well,
Ronda Rousey 12-0 undefeated. Okay, everybody knows that. And then 3 KO, nice submission. I mean, she can break your arm, break your leg, break anything you have. What else need to say? I mean, she's strong. She's a really good fighter. Right now, she's top of the heavyweight.
weight class, not really heavyweight, but
Well, weight class. I mean,
yeah,
she's
I
not
know what you mean.
heavyweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't beat me up.
Well, here's the thing. This is an interesting. So I'm not even going to talk about the stats here. Just talk about the fighters.
Okay.
This is actually an interesting style matchup. I mean, I got Ronda Rousey by submission.
Okay.
Okay. Quite now. Here's the thing. Holly Holm has a style of fighting. Holm. Oh, sorry, I said it funny.
I
Um,
know what's wrong with
but she has a style of fighting that could actually thwart Ronda Rousey. She is
you.
very much hit and run, high volume, and
Okay.
she moves a lot. I mean, a lot.
That reminds me, because Ronda Rousey style judo, you need like you need to be inside space. If you hit and run, that might be something different.
Yeah. Holm is a distance fighter. She's not looking for the knockout. She
Hmm.
also does have good kicks. She'll use a side kick, but it's mainly she'll go in, throw something, and get out, and she will run. Trains out of Jackson Winklejohn.
Hmm.
Her ground game is an absolute unknown. One thing that is one thing to note, though, is that Holm is not undersized for the weight division. She's not like someone that can cut to flyweight.
Hmm.
She's 5'8" and big for the weight class.
Mm.
Ronda Rousey's big for the weight class, and she's 5'6".
Okay. Wow, so funny.
So no, and actually Ronda Rousey's one of the bigger fighters of her weight class. Olympic level judo. I mean, you know what Ronda Rousey has.
Yes, everybody knows by now.
Ronda Rousey probably has more power in her striking,
Hmm.
but on a technical level, Holmes just uses straight punches and just punches a lot better.
So yeah, I think that'll be interesting when you go, in and out like that. It's
Distance.
hard. The distance will make it difficult for sure, especially rather Rousey heavy-handed judo technique.
Hmm.
Does require close space to do that.
Exactly. I mean, I still have Ronda Rousey by submission. I I will go so far as to say not by the first round though,
Wow, rather Rousey have not been past the first round
except once against Lisa
once.
Tate.
Yeah,
That's it.
this is gonna be the second time.
You think so?
Well, it might be because the time is too short. If you're gonna go in and out style like that, it take time.
Hmm.
You know, I it
Yes.
take time for me to find the opportunity to strike a punch on you.
Hmm.
Even when I heavy-handed, it's not gonna be 1-0.
Yep.
It takes many punches to make that happen.
Yep.
So this is again with a technical opponent like this.
Hmm.
Well, this is very interesting.
It is.
I was gonna be like Ronda Rousey 1 round done, but you persuade me.
Cool. Next fight after that, we have women's strawweight champion Joanna Jedrzejczyk versus Valerie Trouble Letourneau.
Joanna, she's coming hot, hot.
Oh, she's awesome, man. 10-0, undefeated. 4 wins by KO and 1 win by sub. 28 years old. She's actually gonna be the shorter fighter at 5'6".
Mhm.
Boxing, awesome.
Man, her boxing is better than most of the guys.
I'll say I'm gonna go so far as to say, striking wise, Joanna Jedrzejczyk, not just for the division, in the UFC might have top 10,
Wow.
maybe even top 5 striker. I'm not kidding. Like on a technical level, she
Mhm.
does things really well.
Yeah, after watch her fight, her striking is pretty deadly.
Exactly. Her clinch striking's really improving as well.
Mhm.
Her takedown defense, man, you watch her against Penne or Esparza, she can defend takedowns really well, and she's pretty heavy-handed for the weight class.
Yeah, so no doubt she's gonna win this fight.
Yeah. Latourneau's tough though. 8-3 record, 4 wins by KO, 1 win by sub. 32 years
But
old.
they are not in the same level on striking. That's the bottom line.
They're not on the same level, but Letourneau is a good striker. You know, she did drop Morose in her last fight. She's actually won fights. Interesting set with Letourneau in 3 different weight classes: 135,
Mhm.
125, and 115.
But you're talking about Joanna. I mean, her striking just. I mean,
Oh yeah,
it's different. I
it
still think
is.
Joanna just all
Yeah.
the way.
I like what I'm seeing out of Letourneau though, with her 4-fight win streak, training out of ATT. Her
Mhm.
cardio though is pretty questionable. She is big for
See.
the weight class. She obviously has to cut a lot of weight to make this 115.
Mhm.
She's more of a natural 125er. Even in J-Check could arguably be she's pretty optimal at 115 though. But nonetheless, I am gonna go with Joanna Young J-Check by TKO late, probably third, fourth, fifth round.
Okay. Okay. I probably still wrong. Probably
Third
still
round.
wrong. Because uh, the questionable cardio. I mean, still wrong. It's already
Yeah.
pretty far ahead. Yeah.
Cool. Next fight after that, we have a rematch as Mark the Super Samoan Hunt fights Antonio Bigfoot Silva.
Big fool, man.
You
Still,
got Bigfoot, huh?
of course. I mean, I'm his fan. 1971 records, 14 KO, TKO, 3 submissions, 6 loss by KO, TKO. 36 years old, but still, it's just his presentation. I just like him.
Yeah. He's big, man. 6'4", training at ATT. He's a legit Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
But
His,
he only won once out of the last 5 fights. I don't know what happened.
you know, yeah, and actually, Mark Hunt has only won one of his last 5 fights too, though.
I don't care about Macron. I only care about Bigfoot.
That's blasphemy, man.
Okay.
Mhm.
Anyway, Bigfoot, heavy-handed, multi-strong ground and pound. I mean, anything you want to know, he has it. I
Mhm.
don't know why would you pick Macron.
Well, one thing about Bigfoot is he's not on TRT, and since being off TRT, he's been getting knocked out by like Frank Mir knocked him out, and then he was knocked out by Orlovsky.
Yes.
Um, he looks just slower without the TRT. He most recently beat Soa Palele though and knocked him out. So I mean he's still there, but
He's
um,
36 years old. What do you want?
well at heavyweight 36 is actually perfect is prime. I kid you not. Mark
Uh,
Hunt though 10-10 record with 1 draw. It's
mhm.
terrible record actually.
What did you just say?
7 wins by KO TKO, 3 wins by
So it's
decision.
50-50, right? You're not gonna
Yeah,
actually 50-49 because you
yeah.
have one.
1 draw. That's 4 losses by KO TKO and 6 losses by sub. 41 years old. He's gonna be the shorter fighter at 5'10" on a 2-fight losing streak.
And you tell my guy slow. Your guy's 41 years old, dude.
Yeah, but he's still got it in some sense. He's slowing down. It's very obvious that he's slowing down. They fought to a draw back in December of 2013 in a 5-round great heavyweight fight. At Hunt's best, he's a strong kickboxer, a really good left hook and
Mhm.
uppercut, super heavy-handed, and his grappling's improved. Where he used to be a liability on the ground, now
Mhm.
his takedown defense has greatly improved, and
Mhm.
he's not lost on the ground anymore.
Well, I still want to say, as much as heavy-handed Mark Hunt is, Bigfoot is heavy-handed too. As
Yeah.
much as the slow Bigfoot is, Mark Hunt is slow too. So I still,
Uh, I would argue that Hunt, he's slowing down, but he's still not as slow as Silva, in my opinion.
fine. We'll see on the fight. I still think the Bigfoot Silver win.
I got Mark Hunt by knockout here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I know Bigfoot have a questionable chin, but
How many losses by KO? 6 out of his 7 losses are by knockout, man.
fine. Whatever. We will see on decision.
Okay, next fight after that, Uriah Hall fights Robert the Reaper Whittaker.
You know what? I like Robert, but your raw hole is been very surprising.
Oh, dude, he most recently knocked out Gegard Mousasi
I mean,
with a jumping spinning back kick,
exactly.
followed by a flying knee.
Again, as a casual fan, I love this kind of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Who does that? Who does a fly knee like that? Spinning fly knee.
Just Anderson Silva, maybe? I don't know.
so
Michael Page? I don't know.
again, his record is 12-5, AK, AKO, TKO, 2 submission, 31 years old, 2-win fight streak. I mean, bottom line, yeah, he's unorthodox, good Muay Thai, heavy-handed, use spinning strike most of the time, good takedown defense, good ground and pound. Don't have much value. If you watch his fight,
Mm-hmm.
he's not the person who just keep throwing punches. So
No.
on decisions, it's usually pretty bad for him.
Yeah, that Rafael Natal fight especially was really telling. I mean, it really wasn't a case of Natal being the better fighter or anything or taking him down. It was just Uriah Hall just wasn't throwing. I mean, and that's when he
But
loses fights.
he is taking opportunity to find out right technique. Remember, his technique is very unorthodox, so he doesn't
Mhm.
just go punch, punch, punch. He
Mhm.
want to see when he can do that spinning knee or something.
Mm-hmm.
I I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
50-50, but I like him in general.
yeah. Whittaker, 14-4 record, 7 wins by KO TKO, 5 wins by sub, 24 years old. He's gonna be a bit short at 5'11". I think Hall is like 6 foot or 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
And Whittaker is on a 3-fight win streak. He's looking really good ever since moving up to middleweight. He's an Ultimate Fighter winner, really strong counter striker. His overall boxing game's just good. He just pasted Brad Tavares, knocked him out. He's pretty heavy-handed. And his takedown defense has proven to be solid. Moving up in weight has actually made him faster. He's managed to keep his power, knocked
Mm-hmm.
out Clint Hester. I think he's just a more fundamentally sound fighter. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I'm gonna go with Robert Whittaker to win this by decision. I think he's just gonna be in his face. I think he might even throw a little more volume, and gonna avoid the crazy kicks or the crazy strikes. And also, Uriah Hall is taking this fight on short notice. Don't know if that's gonna be good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
He did fight very recently, so could go be good or bad. But I've been underestimating Robert Whittaker for far too long. Kind of overestimating Uriah Hall at times.
I know.
Yeah.
Past your fight, you always got your right horse
Yeah, for the
for the most.
well, for the most part, except against Mousasi, but for the most part, yeah, I just can't pick against Whittaker. Just too fundamentally sound, heavy-handed. He's a good fighter. He's been looking great at middleweight.
I think
Yeah.
I agree with you. Whitaker is a very fundamental, well-rounded guy. Uh, I don't know whether surprise will surprise him, but you're right,
Maybe.
Ho.
You never know.
I don't know. So we will see. Again, pick your right Ho just because I like that guy.
Yeah. Well, he has a method to win. I mean, it's seriously, you can be winning the fight like Musasi was, and all of a sudden you get hit with some crazy strike, and then
Mhm.
it's over. And it's like, dude, you totally dominate a round, and then all of a sudden, like, Paul just came back with something crazy.
That sucks.
Hmm.
You work so hard and also they got punched. But that's the beauty of UFC. That's the beauty of mixed martial art.
Yeah. So cool. Next fight after that, Jared Rosholt fights Stefan Skyscraper Struve.
This is an interesting fight. I mean, I like Jerry. Actually, I don't. I picked Jerry because let me first talk about him. 13-2 record, 4 KO, TKO, 3 submission, 2 loss by KO, TKO, 29 years old. Uh, 2-5 winning streak, and then
Yeah. Trains
yeah,
out a team takedown
but
with the likes of Johnny Hendricks.
good wrestling, good top control, average stand out. I mean, the thing about him is not impressed. Not something I like. That's why you see me fighting with myself. Not something I like. I don't like violent play, but that works.
Mhm.
That get you win a fight sometimes,
Mhm.
and I hate it because it's not entertaining for casual fans. But that's a technique that some of a wrestler or a good wrestling
Yeah.
people use, and it
Yeah.
works. Bottom
And
line,
you think it'll work here?
it could.
Mhm. Are you picking? You're picking Rosholt though, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Struve, and Struve's pretty unreliable himself. Um, 26-7 record, 7 wins by KO TKO, 16 wins by sub. He also has 6 losses by KO or TKO.
Mhm.
27 years old. He's 7 foot. His stand up is good. It's
Mhm.
his distance striking and as shown in the Nogueira fight looks to be improving. He
Mhm.
still gets hit clean just from shorter fighters.
Mhm.
Um, and his Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is really good too. Um, he's really good off his back. He'll go for triangles and whatnot. His chin's a bit questionable, and I wouldn't say his takedown defense is anything stellar or anything.
Mhm.
So it does give me cause for worry when he goes up against a wrestler like Jared Rosholt.
Mhm.
He's a total grinder because
Yes.
Rosholt might even just pin him up against the cage a lot too,
Yeah.
and try and take him down and lay on him.
Because usually
But
when I pick an opponent as a BJJ, I worry about submission. But Russia, he's not gonna go deep into it. It's
yeah,
just top control.
that's safe. Yeah, it's
It
really
just
safe.
plays safe.
Yeah,
So if you are a really good BJJ, all of a sudden you discount it
yeah.
because you not get to do anything.
That you're
You
neutralized.
neutralize. So
I am still going to go with Struve. I'm thinking that he's made enough improvements in his distance striking to be able to get the KO or TKO eventually, but
but dude, he has a questionable chin.
himself.
Not saying Gerald will punch him or anything,
Yeah, I don't think it will.
but he has a questionable chin himself. Okay,
Yeah,
so I don't know. I think your line play might work.
yeah. I'm going to go Struve by knockout, KO or TKO.
It could happen.
Um, Definitely could happen.
Yeah.
Okay, on to the prelims. On Fox Sports 1, Akbarh Arreola fights Jake Matthews.
Well,
We're both in agreement here, right? Mr.
yeah.
Matthews?
Jack. Jack is good. Jack is good.
Well, here's the thing. I like Jake Matthews. I think he's a great prospect. His only loss is to James Vick, and James Vick is a really tough prospect himself.
Mhm.
8-1 record, 3 wins by KO or TKO, 4 wins by sub. He's only 21 years old.
Yes.
Stand-up's a bit reckless. The thing with Matthews is he's really strong and he's real physical. He's gonna try and get your hands on you, take you down, and he has some vicious ground and pound.
It has good wrestling too.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler. He's fighting Arreola, who has a 23-9 record with 1 draw, 5 wins by KO TKO, 17 wins by sub,
Mhm.
and 5 losses by KO TKO. He's 32 years old. The strength of his game really is his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. His
Yes.
stand-up is like kick heavy. It's just average at best.
Yeah, I don't think that Jake will have any issue to win this fight.
Yeah.
But I do worry about his fighting style later on. I mean, very physical, not necessarily a best way to go for it.
Yeah. Well, he's just kind of reckless about it sometimes.
Yeah. But anyway, for this fight, sure.
Yeah. He should be able to beat
Yeah,
Akbarh Arreola.
that's not a problem.
I'm gonna go by KO or T. I think like ground and pound finish.
I think one about
Yeah.
finish.
Something like that. So KO or TKO
Yeah.
by a finish.
By finish.
Honestly, just by a finish.
Probably kill.
Yeah. Next fight after that, Kyle Noke fights Peter Sobotta.
I pick out Kyle. 22-7-1 records.
21-7.
21-7-1. Well, after this fight will be 22, right? Oh,
Oh.
7 KO, TKO, 8 submission, 2 loss by submission. Well, not nothing.
Yeah.
35 years old. You know,
Trained at Jackson's.
yeah, that's cool.
Hmm.
But the cool thing is, he's a good BJJ.
Yeah.
I mean,
Solid though.
solid right there. Weak on takedown defense, but
Yeah, that's always been one of his biggest problems actually. His stand up's not too bad. He's pretty heavy handed.
yeah,
He's fighting Peter Sobotta, he's when he made his return to UFC, he's actually doing really well. 15-4 record with 1 draw, 4 wins by KO TKO, 10 wins by sub. 28 years old on a 7-fight win streak. Sobotta's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills are really good, especially taking the back. I think
yeah.
in the last 4 fights or so, they're all like first round rear naked chokes.
But then, Kyle's position is not that bad. So
Yeah,
if you want to
I've
go,
seen him take the back too.
yeah,
And, yeah.
if you want to see Jiu-Jitsu first Jiu-Jitsu, yeah, sure. But I'm more interested in see Kyle put some striking going on.
Yeah, Peter Sobotta's striking, it's just average at best. There isn't anything great about it. He's not particularly heavy-handed. It's functional.
Yeah.
It's
But
average.
But would you say Kyle have a little bit more advantage of striking?
Yeah, I do, and power too.
Yeah. But I
Um,
do afraid the takedown though. I don't know whether Peter will use that, but we
I-
already witnessed Kyle takedown defense is not that great.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Peter Sobotta probably by maybe sub, probably by decision. I think he can probably rack up some points, get a couple takedowns in
Yeah,
there.
not afraid
But
as well.
but they're both like mid-level guys, you know. So it's really hard to say.
It's 50-50.
Yeah.
But for Kyle to win this fight, I don't know whether he can win decision because unless he do more striking,
Yeah.
I don't know whether he can knock out Peter, but there's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think striking wise, he will get more advantage if he keep this on striking.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Next fight after that, Anthony, the Hippo Perosh, fights Gian Villante.
I take Hippo because again, great black BJJ, black belt BJJ,
Yeah.
black belt BJJ. Sorry, 15-9 records, 5 KO TKO, 10 submissions, 6 losses by KO TKO. It's kind of the age is kind of worries me.
You know, Perosh is kind of funny like that because he fights conservatively, though.
Yeah,
Generally,
but still,
conservatively.
he's 43 years old, man.
Yeah, 43.
Should just
His chin ain't that good.
yeah. I mean, he's trading losses and win. But he's good. He's a finisher, and again, he's a black belt, BJJ black belt. I mean, he's strong on back control, strong on top control. Really decent wrestling, and below average on the standout. Just weak chin that really worries me right now.
Mm. Well, Gian Villante, he has a 13-6 record, 8 wins by KO TKO, 2 wins by sub. His chin ain't that great too. He has 3 losses by KO TKO. 30 years old. He's 6'2", whereas Perosh is 6'3".
But he got heavy-handed though.
Yeah, Villante, he trains at Belmar Kickboxing. His stand-up's solid offensively, and he is pretty heavy-handed.
See?
His wrestling actually isn't too bad. His problem really is his stand-up defense. He just got knocked out by Tom Lawler in a fight he was winning.
But I don't know.
For example.
I don't know whether Anthony have gonna knock out.
Yeah. Well, Anthony's game is this: he'll use his striking to eventually get the clinch, so he can get the takedown, so he can take the back and get the choke. I mean that's his game. I mean he looks to take you down, get a dominant position, most likely gets a choke.
He's not going to finish and stand out because he knows that's not where he can do
Yeah.
that.
The thing is, so he always has that in his back pocket. But I like Villante here. I think he can get the knockout. He's heavy-handed. The wrestling's good enough where he might even just be able to defend a takedown.
That's why I feel. But if it does come to the ground and it does come to the decision by BJJ, I think Anthony will got it.
Yeah, I'll go Gian Villante by KO or TKO.
I go with Anthony by submission.
Okay. Next fight after that, Danny Martinez fights Richie Vaculik. Richie Vaz.
Richie Vaz. I mean, Richie Vaz, 10-3 records, 3 KO, TKO, 6 submission, 2 lost by KO, TKO. 32 years old, good BJJ, good back control. Stay out is improving.
Yeah, actually, his fight against Luis Smolka,
Mm-hmm.
he showed a really good, like a pretty decent boxing game. He used
Mm-hmm.
to be really just primarily a grappler, but I really like what I see out of his stand-up. He's fighting Danny Martinez, who has a 17-7 record, 9 wins by KO TKO, 4 wins by sub, 30 years old, on a 3-fight losing streak.
They both fight right now.
Yeah, trained out of Alliance. At the heart of his game, he's kind of turned into. He used to be something of a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's just kind of a brawler. He's super resilient, though. I mean, the guy will just keep. Like, you can keep hitting this guy, and he keeps coming at you. And his
But
wrestling's average.
I don't think that will be the issue because if we take this on a ground game, then
Oh yeah,
this
I'm
is
going.
over.
I'm going Richie Bass to take the back.
Yeah, take the bag. That's it.
Yeah, to take the back and get the choke. I gotta go with Richie Bass. To get the sub. I'm not saying Richie Bass is anything that great, but Danny Martinez just has looked like really bad in the UFC so far.
If Danny Martinez will go back to use his wrestling technique, I think this might be a tough fight for for Bass. But because he hasn't done that, so I think this will be a ground submission game.
Cool. Yeah, Richie Bass by submission.
Yes.
Okay, on the Fight Pass prelims, we have James Moonwalker Muntazri versus Brendan O'Reilly.
Just Moonwalker.
Yeah, I'll go with the Moonwalker.
This is very funny. You will agree with me a lot today. Because Ronda Rousey, right?
I don't know, man.
But again, 8-3 records, 3 KO, TKO, 3 submission, 27 years old, still young, trained on the Black House. Traded losses and a win, but doesn't matter.
Most recently lost to Kevin Lee, who's like one of the best prospects out there.
Right? I mean, you can say trading losses win, but if you're fighting with a good prospect, it's different. It's hard to judge that. Let's talk about what he has. He has a good stand up, Taekwondo base, which is good. Good takedown defense. Overall, he take this fight on show notice, right?
Yeah, I'm actually not too sure what weight class this is. He usually fights at 155. This might be at 170, but even then, he was always big for 155. Yeah. And actually has missed weight at 155. So if this is at 170, I don't think he'll look that bad, actually.
I think he got it.
Yeah. Brendan O'Reilly is like barely UFC quality. I don't actually think he is. He has a 6-1 record with 1 no contest.
That's mean, dude.
It's just to be truthful. I mean, he has 1 win by TKO, 2 wins by sub. He's 20 years old. Really, I mean, the guy's like a clinch striking type. Like, his stand-up isn't that notable. His wrestling's all right. His clinch striking isn't too bad, but there's nothing about him that he's strong. But that's all I can really say about him. He's strong.
Unless he wins 6 times already.
Dude, not in the UFC. He's like won once in the UFC, or like once in the UFC so far.
Okay.
I think Muntazri can beat him up on the feet pretty easily, actually, and defend his takedowns.
Yeah.
I gotta go with Muntazri, probably by a finish. I can actually see like a KO or TKO, maybe even a sub.
I see a sub. I see a sub for KO TKO too.
Yeah.
Okay. Next,
Daniel Kelly fights Steve Montgomery. Yeah, I actually got Montgomery too. I know. What the heck? But you know what? These are like lower level guys. So it's like Daniel Kelly, 9-1 record, 2 wins by KO TKO, 5 wins by sub. The guy's a 37-year-old middleweight.
Yeah, but the funny is the person we pick as 8-3 record is not even that pretty, but
yeah, he's younger.
Yeah,
I mean,
5 KO TKO 2 submission. Take a short notice on this fight, but I really like what I see. A good stand out, good clinch, good striking. I think he got what he thinks.
Yeah, it's funny with Daniel Kelly though. His clinch is really good. He has a judo base.
Yes,
he has really strong.
But he has a weak stand out.
Yeah, his stand up. I remember he fought Patrick Walsh, and it was like he only knew how to throw like 3 strikes. I mean, seriously, it was like really bad striking.
And you are fighting with striker.
Yeah.
I
It
don't know, man.
it's just yeah. If he can get his grappling game, he can get the win because he is pretty big and like really strong. But Montgomery 6'4", he's gonna be able to get those knees going on.
Mhm.
I think he might actually be better. He usually fights at welterweight, but dude,
Mhm.
he's 6'4". Fighting at middleweight might actually be better for him.
Yes.
On the Ultimate Fighter, he actually passed out and got a freaking seizure, like cutting weight to
Wow.
170. So he might actually be better off fighting at 185 anyways at 6'4", 24 years old.
Mhm.
Trains out of ATT. I like Montgomery's chances here. I think he can probably hit him with like a good knee or elbow or something like that.
Yes.
And
Now,
get the KO or TKO.
now tell Daniel really go back to the ground.
Yeah, but if Kelly decides to take it to the ground,
Then, because you see, Montgomery had lost 2 times of submission.
mhm.
So I mean, I think. Oh
no,
no, no,
actually,
you win 2 times submission. Sorry.
yeah.
I still
It's
think.
not a strike though. That's what.
Yeah,
That's the thing. Like the ground really
it's
isn't
not
like.
his strength.
It's like yeah.
So I don't know. But on the striking perspective, he definitely got it.
Cool.
I do want to see Daniel come back you know, with a submission. That'd be very
We'll
interesting.
see. Okay, well, next right after that, Stephen Kennedy fights Richard Walsh.
Richard was.
Yeah, I'm going
Stop
Walsh.
copying me.
Just like I said, they're both like just lower level guys. You know, Steve Kennedy.
Pick Steve then.
Oh, dude, he's absolutely unnotable. You know, he's 22-7 record, 8 wins.
Wow, unnotable. So
I'm
sad.
sorry to say, but you know, it's like 8 wins by KO TKO, 9 wins by sub. He also
Okay.
has 2 losses by KO TKO, 5 losses
He
by
has good
sub.
boxing though.
Boxing's solid, and his grappling isn't bad.
Yeah.
Richard Walsh, he's gotten the same though, but he's
Yeah.
a better clinch striker.
Yes.
You know?
Much better.
Walsh, 8-3 record, 4 wins by KO TKO, 1 win by sub, and he's younger. He's 26.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on 2-fight losing streak, but it was still like Alan Joban and like
Yeah.
and he got robbed against Kunimoto. You know, his stand-up's actually, and also with Walsh, he's a guy that I've seen looks to have improved. I like his stand-up. It's
Mhm.
getting better and better, especially his clinch striking.
That's why I picked him.
Yeah, I'll go with Richard Walsh to win by KO or TKO.
Agreed.
And finally, we have Ben 10 Nguyen versus Ryan Benoit. Who do you have here?
This is against everything I stand for.
Really? Why is that?
Because I pick a non-issue.
But it isn't Nguyen? Isn't that a Vietnamese name?
Yeah, so
What nationality is your wife, dude?
Vietnamese.
Oh, I'm
Shut up.
sorry.
So I pick a Ryan.
Ryan's good though. He most recently knocked out Pettis.
You know, he has a really good, scramble. He's a good scramble, you know?
Yeah. One thing is with Ryan Benoit, the guy is game as hell. I mean, the guy's just
He's
really
a
resilient.
finisher.
Yeah, he is
know?
a finisher. Yeah, tell me about his
He's
stats,
a
man.
brother too. Okay. He starts 8-3 record, 7 KO TKO, bro. One submission. 26 years old, 20 wins and losses, but
Coming off that win over Sergio, though.
exactly. I mean, it's a brawler. It's very exciting to see him, and a lot of brawler is brawler, but he actually have a good scramble. So I
Mhm.
like that, and then he has a good grappling as well.
Mhm.
So I mean, he just need to analyze his game a little bit more. But this guy just put him. You know, this guy can fight.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
doesn't give up, dude.
He's fighting Ben Nguyen, and this should be a fun fight actually, because Ben Nguyen, fun action fighter at 13-5 record, 8 wins by KO TKO, 3 wins by sub. He also has 4 losses by KO TKO, so that makes me a bit worried. Especially since 7 out of 8 of Ryan's wins are by KO or TKO.
Yeah.
Nguyen is 27 years old on a 7-fight win streak, most recently knocking out Alp Oskalik. His stand-up's good. His overall grappling game's not too bad either. He's just a well-rounded guy.
I mean, overall they are very similar,
yeah.
but Ryan has some power on his striking.
Ben does too. Ben does too, and that's why I think Ben might be just a little more technical than Ryan. That's why I'm gonna go with him to win this one. Probably by KO or TKO or decision, but
I think Ryan's like a good scramble and he's a
but
brawler,
he's scrappy.
man.
Yeah, he's real scrappy.
Yeah, I really like to see that, you know.
Yeah. So, let's recap, man.
Sure.
Okay. So on the main card,
Ronda Rousey. Okay, next.
Ronda Rousey. Okay, yeah, Ronda Rousey over Holly Holm. Okay, we have Joanna and Jedrzejczyk fighting
Joanna, man.
Valerie Letourneau. Yep, Joanna and Jedrzejczyk. Mark Hunt versus Antonio Silva.
Antonio Silva.
Okay, I got Mark Hunt.
You're wrong.
Uriah Hall fights Robert Whittaker.
You are on a hole.
Okay, I got Robert Whittaker. Rosholt fights Stefan Struve.
Joe Rosholt.
Got Stefan Struve. Down to Fox Sports 1 prelims. Jake Matthews fights Akbarh Arreola.
Jake Matthews.
Jake Matthews as well. Kyle Noke versus Peter Sobotta.
Kyle Noke.
Okay, I got Peter Sobotta. Anthony Perosh fights John Villante. I have John Villante.
Anthony.
Okay. Danny Martinez versus Richie Vaculik.
Richie Bachelor.
Yep, Richie Vaculik as well. On the Fight Pass prelims, James Nutazri fights Brendan O'Reilly.
The Moonwalker.
Okay, yep, I got James Nutazri as well. Daniel Kelly fights Steve Montgomery.
Montgomery.
Yep, I have Steve Montgomery. Stephen Kendi fights Richard Walsh.
Richard Walsh.
Yep, Richard Walsh for me. And Ben Nguyen fights Ryan Benoit.
Ryan Benoit.
Yeah, Ben Nguyen. So that's it for our predictions for UFC 193, Rousey versus Holm. If you have any comments, just leave them below. You got any final words, my man?
I really think it's very interesting you know, they are putting two women's fight right in the beginning. I think it
Or in the main and co-main.
men, right? So I
Yeah.
think they're really trying to push the women's fight. I mean, I, obviously Ronda Rousey has done so amazingly. She is like hot on TV everywhere. So I think it's a good promotion technique.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. And I love Joanna too. So yeah, that's pretty much it for MMA for you guys. See you next time.